reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
You're listening to LotRO Reporter on the MMO Reporter Network, brought to you by Audible.com. Check out the newest audiobooks at audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. And by Doghouse Systems. Use the coupon code MMO Reporter at checkout and get a free solid-state drive with your next PC.
Welcome to LotRO Reporter, episode 296. I'm your host, Cari, and I'm joined this week, as always, by the minion. I will not say the pantless one, but I will say minion master. And that scream of pain you heard is Layanor. Hi, Layanor.
Why?
Because you, there for the longest time, you happily reported you had no pants.
I am trying to faithfully put that in my past.
Ah, okay. So we've gone to utility-kilts now, right? Is that it?
I am into kilts. I want a kilt.
That is good to know. We will.
Someone needs to PayPal me a kilt.
PayPal you a kilt. Well, they were not at PAX this year. They're usually at PAX, the utility-kilt guys, because they have a store in Seattle. So they work out of Seattle.
Oh, I've seen a few. I almost got fitted one time. Real close.
Oh, he tried. One of the little kids tried to fit me. It's like, honey, no. Kilt's not a good idea. But anyway, he was a sweet little guy. He said, "Oh, that's the coolest thing." And I had gotten some extras, so I gave him one, and he was so happy because he didn't get to leave the booth because he was working. So, so that's this week in Utility-Kilts. How you been?
I have been real good. Unfortunately, I have not played LotRO at all. I have been working, what's the word? Feverishly on Extra Life.
Oh, yeah.
Usually Chris hosts Extra Life, and Bill comes in, and a few other people, and this year they're busy. They have to do stuff, and it was real close to not being, not happening. And I figured that I was planning on doing anyway and planning to do the full 24 hours. So I decided, why not? I'll do it.
All right. And then you found out how much work it was.
Holy crap.
Yep.
So I have a whole schedule. I was going to say this towards the end of the show, but I might as well just say it right here. Let's see, on 11/7 this Saturday, we're going to be playing 24 hours, and I'm going to be doing 8 games in 3-hour blocks. The first game is going to be Trove, then Terra, then Rift, then Guild Wars 2, then Wildstar, then Ark, then Secret World, then Neverwinter.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to come in and come play, feel free to get into the stream and contact me. There are people already contacting me and telling me what servers they're on, what time they're going to be on, if they can make it in or not. There are a lot of people that are reinstalling Guild Wars 2 for this.
Oh, I think I'm going to have to reinstall Guild Wars 2. I'll have to check and see. I need to check and see if my hard drives. Let's see. Trove, I would have to download, but I'm not. That's 6 a.m. I'm not going to be there for that, so I'm not downloading Trove. Terra is a possibility. That's the Eastern one, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. With the one with the okay, I will attempt to download that one.
That's a pretty good one. It's a action game. I was actually thinking about putting that later in the night because you know how hard it is to stay awake at times.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that last time we did it with Wildstar, it's like, oh,
I know.
Sheep. I'm going to go to sleep now. Rift, I do believe I would have to download again as well. Guild Wars 2, I'm actually going to be not available, so I won't bother to download that one. I already have Wildstar downloaded. I have Ark and I have Secret World. So the late night stuff, I'll stay awake as long as I can, but I'm good for those.
Awesome. Trove, Terra, Rift, Guild Wars 2, Wildstar, and Neverwinter, I believe, are all free to play now.
Yes.
The only two that are going to be basically pay to play is Ark and Secret World. We're probably not going to get a lot of people coming in around those hours. So I decided to put those games in there for people to come in and watch.
Okay.
Because those games are fun to watch.
Oh yeah, it should be hilarious. Me screaming and yelling because something spit acid in my face again. Yeah. So it should be lots of fun. So awesome. That sounds like a busy week, and I'm looking forward to the 7th, which is, in like 3 days. That's cool.
I know.
Yeah. So I will be doing the full 24 hours. I will not be able to do the full 24 hours on the 7th, but I will get 24 hours in.
Okay.
I can stream LotRO because that was kind of fun. So we didn't do a live show last week. But during the LotRO hour, I did live stream some stuff. We did Bingo Boffin, his quest, which was a lot of fun. I'm enjoying them very much. I got to, smart off to an elf. That was fun. And I clearly have not been anywhere near the troll shaws since they did the update. Cause I'm like, what, why is this fire? Wait, what? So they've put more mobs in places. I wouldn't want to be on level anymore running through there. And the trolls are out during the daytime. It's like, okay. But yeah, it was a pretty solid mob. So I think they're making it a little easier to level through that area. And I do enjoy that area because I love the fall colors and stuff, but it's a hard area to want to level in.
Oh yeah.
And then we ended up, I accidentally, what did I do? I landed in a town. I don't remember the name of the town, Oath something or other, and rode out of town and proceeded to get try to take a shortcut. So the red circle was at Pelagrir. So I'm like, let's go get the horse and not look around and run. So I ran back out. And so I was following the main storyline. And of course, we now discover that Aragorn is the person we know he always could be. And it was kind of cool because they had the guys from Rohan there, and they had the Oathbreakers there, and then they had some of the Rangers there.
Yeah, I got to see that scene. I was like, wow.
That was pretty cool. I was like, and I'm running up to people looking at name tags and stuff like that. So that was really cool. And then on your advice, I tried the epic battle of Pelagrir.
Oh yeah, then I logged out.
I died. I failed. Elro here died. So I failed the epic, which was right at an hour.
Well, it wasn't your fault.
No. Yes, it was, because I ran off trying to do side quests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, he died, I failed, and it was right at an hour. So I said, thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you later. And I will try this again later this week. But, and then, so Fallout 4 is coming out next Tuesday, and I have Pip-Boy editions on their way, and we didn't have a console that would play it. Because I bought it without having a current gen console. So last week, Woot decided for some odd reason to update their homepage, and they're like, hey, and by the way, we have PS4s for $299.
Oh.
I'm like, okay. Because we were kind of waiting, because I'd heard rumors that 1 gig PS4s were coming. So I'd heard rumors they were coming out, and I kind of wanted to wait for that. And then a price drop happened to $349, but $299, with tax and shipping, it was still less than $349. I couldn't pass it up. So it arrived 2 days ago, and then we, of course, didn't have anything to play with it. So I found Shadow of Mordor at Target today for $29.99. So I put that on it's actually updating as we record. So that's Lord of the Rings related. So I will be playing Shadow of Mordor on the PS4. I had problems playing it on the computer. I think it might have been just because it hadn't been patched. I would hit the big boss thing with the slow-mo thing, and you're supposed to wiggle the stick back and forth, and the control stick back and forth, and I couldn't. It would just lock up, and then I'd have to restart the game.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I didn't get very far in Shadows of Mordor. It looked really cool, so I'm hoping that this 9 gig patch will fix any of those problems.
I played that on not my main computer, but a different computer, and even the lower settings, it was having a lot of problems with it. It's a pretty graphic intense game.
Well, maybe I should do the can you run it and see if I was supposed to be running it or not, because clearly Fallout 4, my doghouse that I love dearly, that's 2 years old now, doesn't meet the minimum requirements for Fallout 4.
Aww.
I know, but now mind you, the minimum requirements for Fallout 4 is an i5 and a 2 gig graphics card. There's a lot of computers in the world that don't meet the minimum requirements for Fallout 4. So I don't feel real bad. Now, if you want the recommended requirements, that's an i7.
Mm-hmm.
That's the high end for recommended.
Yeah, I still don't think that there are a lot of computers that can run Shadows of Mordor. There are a lot of people that I've seen on YouTube that use that game as a benchmark, which is they put it into their computer and then they just like jack up all the settings. And if the computer can handle most of it, they declare it as a win because, this computer is pretty good then. But I don't think that there is a computer that can handle Shadows of Mordor with the HD patch at full speed or whatever that they're testing it at.
Okay, well, it says that can you run it for Shadow of Mordor says the minimum GeForce 460. I have a GeForce 650, so that should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Their minimum recommendation is an i5 as well, an i5 750, and I have an i3 3240. I got enough CPU to run it, but yeah, so that's probably part of my problem. And when I was having the lockup was on very graphic intensive areas. Yeah, they suggest an i7 as well. So this, wow, guys. I'm not in your business, but don't you think you want to let more people play your games?
I don't mind a couple of big name games coming out with those high stats, but as long as everybody doesn't do it, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Well, okay. Hey, Layanor, we have 30 best friends now.
We do. We bumped right back up.
Thank you, that one person.
Mm-hmm.
We like 50 best friends.
55.
50. Oh, yeah.
No, we need 42, the perfect number.
No, 47. That's my dog's favorite number. Don't ask why the dog has a favorite number. Just don't. But when you start looking for 47, you will find 47 all over the place.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah. If you start looking trust me, start looking for the number 47. It appears like crazy. But no, but we were talking about our patrons and how they're our favorite people because, they help us, be able to do cool stuff like stream, Lord of the Rings online on a Tuesday night randomly and talk to you and me, because without their support, we probably wouldn't have a network.
Yep, that's true. They keep the lights on and the toilets flushing.
Yep. I'm not going to say a thing about Steve. I'm not. Just not.
Oh, no,
we're not going to.
No.
There is something I did forget to mention in this week in LotRO. I did get my email with my 100 turbine points. So for helping to burn Bob Square down. So if you should have gotten an email saying thank you, here's your turbine points. And one of my kinnies won the 10,000 turbine point prize.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's announcing it. I assume she announcing it in Kin Chat when I was playing last night. That was so cool.
Wow.
It's like, I'll buy stuff for everybody. It's like, no, just upgrade your stuff. Actually, you can go through 10,000 turbine points pretty fast.
Oh, you can. Don't even bother looking for stuff for your legendary weapon. You will go broke within seconds.
Well,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And you buy a couple of horses and some pretty dresses.
Some horses and you
more wardrobe
OD
space?
on mithril coins. No, don't.
Yeah, you
Look
will.
at your character first.
Yeah, you can go through 10,000 turbine points pretty darn quick. I know.
Look at some of the stats at your weekend, some of the virtues your weekend.
Yeah.
Just kind of round out your character a little bit before you start buying that super frilly dress that you've been wanting for 3 years.
Buy the dress first and then worry about the
No!
Yeah, no.
No, you can't. You can't do that. And then you go on a podcast for a year and a half and say, I keep dying.
Yeah. Hey, I saw my friend who made my gear. I waved at him.
Oh, did you?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Was that on the stream too?
That was on stream, yeah. And
Cool.
I think he hopped in later into the chat room to say hi. That was pretty cool.
If anybody wants to see that stream, you guys can go to Twitch, and it should be the last LotRO video that we've done.
Yeah, it should be the last thing because I don't think Guild Wars was recorded over top of it yet. So it'll be there. It'll be there for a while. So take a look at me muttering at elves and saying, don't run away. And yeah. When I get into fighting things, there was a half troll. You missed the half troll.
Oh.
It's like, go away. Why are you doing it? Yeah, I don't have good conversational skills when I'm trying to concentrate on hitting buttons. But I'm hoping people laughed, and that was the important part. All right, are you ready for some news?
Yes.
All right, now it's time for some news. I know that you were very excited about being able to cosmetically equip weapons in wrong hands. Well, you said you wanted 2 shields.
Oh, yes.
And, that kind of thing.
Heck yeah, I want to run around with 2 shields. Don't make fun of it, people, because if you see me coming, oh, man.
Well, I had a very interesting glitch last night in LotRO. I had my beer stein that I've been running around with since they've allowed cosmetic weapons, and you could see a glowing sword sticking out of the beer stein.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty awesome. And then I was riding through Bria on an imaginary horse, and I ran into a total eclipse, and I had to log out and log back in. Let's see how long this imaginary horse, and I rode right off the map.
Wow.
It was pretty awesome. I'm like, this has not happened before. So we logged back out, logged back in, and my glowing sword was gone, and I had run into a wall in Brie. It's a really pretty wall. It had lovely details in the wall, but it was a wall in Brie.
Right.
Okay, so in order to cosmetically equip an item that you cannot really equip, such as you are not proficient with that item, you have to put it in the wardrobe first. So hopefully you have access to a wardrobe. And then you can drag the appearance you want from the wardrobe to the Cosmetic Outfits tab. So just so you know, that's how to do it. Now, there's another thing that you need to be aware of, Layanor.
Okay.
Legendary items are not set up to work on the offhand weapon slot, even cosmetically. So you cannot cosmetically equip a legendary item.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Now, they've got some really pretty non-legendary item weapon skins. There's a scimitar that you can get out of somewhere in Moria that is really cool. I had it. I don't know if I got rid of it or if I still have it. Because I was not one of those people that held on to something just in the off chance that they were going to get cosmetic weapons someday. All right, and I know you haven't been to Minas Tirith yet, but you can switch between the 2 versions of Minas Tirith, like we did with Helm's Deep.
Oh.
Did
you just do spoilers?
No. Everybody knows that you've got those 2. You've got the 2 versions. It's phased.
I didn't know.
Oh, well, now you do. How do you think they were going to do?
Know.
How do you think they were going to do the Battle of Minas Tirith without phasing? Okay, so you can switch.
Okay.
This might be a spoiler.
Gotcha.
You can go to the Dome of the Sun in the 6th circle and use the model of Minas Tirith there, and the model will send you between the states of the city.
Okay.
So I just want to let people know because people were getting lost and they were stuck someplace they didn't want to be.
Oh, that sucks. That's not good.
Yeah.
Okay. Mental note. Yeah, because if I get in there and I'm going to be lost too, probably. I betcha.
Yeah. Well,
I remember in Rohan, it was a little bit of a problem. Like, where do
you had
I
to go
go?
to the table, I think. Yeah.
Gotta go talk to some dude or something.
And he told you to go touch the table.
Yeah.
Or the barrel or something.
Yep. And I gotta do my vampiric remembering of the past thing.
Yeah, exactly. That was pretty, well, it's been a while, but you come out of the bad version of Helm's Deep, and it's like those piles of bodies and stuff. It's like, this is so sad.
Yeah.
This is just so sad. All right. Then we had some update 17 hotfix. We had a 17 hotfix that came out. They have made some updates to the Minas Tirith to help improve performance. I guess there are some performance problems with the game. I'm assuming it's those who have older computers. I'm thinking that Minas Tirith is really, really heavy in the graphics and heavy in the usage. So they're working on it, guys. So they had the wrong greeting voiceover audio in some of the NPCs. Oops.
Did they?
Yep, they fixed them.
In Minas Tirith.
In Minas Tirith. I don't know.
It's probably the Rohan ones that they used all over the place. These days are dire, or whatever that line is that like 80% of the Rohirrim say.
Yeah, it's like, I need that line. Yeah. So some of the crafting materials didn't properly stack to 500. It's now been fixed. I wonder if I have to auto stack those or not. The U7 update 17 rare quest gear now appropriately accepts essences. That would have been bad.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. Okay, it's fixed. Yay. Yep. Working properly.
Anyway, just stuff like that. If you were doing French or German in your kinship and fellowship chat, it has now been fixed. I don't know. I mean, it's letters, so I don't know if it just assumed it was all bad words or what. But it's fixed. All right. So, I know you just love your chicken ones, right, Layanor?
My what? My
chicken runs? Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. There is a KFC right down the road. How did you know?
Yeah, not that kind of chicken. So I think I've made my chicken has made it to Brie. That's as far as my chicken has made it. Those little chickens are fast. They're some quick little chickens. But I tweeted last week, I got somebody took a chicken to Minas Tirith. How that chicken made it all the way to Minas Tirith, I don't know, but they made it with a chicken.
Someone figured it out.
Yeah. Now, Made of Lion said he did sneak in a few chicken-related changes into an earlier update. So he opened the Fords of Isen and the Paths of the Dead to chickens, as well as letting them use the East Gate to Moria. So chickens should be able to get almost anywhere, though Mirkwood is still off limits because chickens hate boats,
If he added in these updates in a past update and people just found out about it, someone should try and take a chicken into the Attenmoors.
Oh,
see what happens. It's not going to be an event, which will crash the entire company, and probably Warner Brothers as well.
Chicken sign, just like there's a no. Well,
but if just a chicken walks in the road one day, it's not going to be a huge event. So maybe there might be a way. All right,
somebody try to take a chicken to the Attenmoors.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. So, Layanor, on your forum signature, I know you like to have 42 pictures of minions and, 5 outfits and, very heavy, graphic, thick, large signatures in your forum, right? For LotRO?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, if you're...
It's a total lie. What do you...
Yeah, no.
I see what you're doing, though, so keep going.
All right. Well, you may have been moderated.
Oh.
So there was a recent uptick in spam attacks on the forum. So in response, they added some new tools to help prevent this. And it appears that users with certain signatures are getting moderated because of the filtering software. So if you have a complicated or link-heavy signature, you might get moderated because they think they're trying to sell,
Right.
cheap PS4s from Chile. I don't know. You know those links. The one I get 150 emails a day from our WordPress. I can imagine what the forums get.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So
just cut it back a little bit, guys.
yeah, and be prepared. Don't be angry. They're not angry at what you said for they're not preemptively angry at you. Your signature might be the problem.
Right. They're just trying to stop some stuff, and they don't know exactly what all the heck your mess is.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's software. Software is not smart. All right. And that's pretty much it for news. We have just had that one community item again, which is to remind everybody that Winter Stock 3 is coming. And that's going to be January 15th through the 18th. And I do believe that they are announcing the application details soon. So if you would like to join, there is a thread in the forums called Winter Stock 3. Keep an eye on that. They'll let you know when you can apply, and then they'll start slotting people in. It's 3 days. It's like 12 or 14 hours a day for 3 days. I'm pretty sure that they will be able to get most bands at one end in.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and that's
cool.
all. Yeah, that's all I had. I've been tweeting a lot of stuff. I finally figured out how to change accounts and then tweet it from the LotRO reporter account.
Oh, yay!
So LotRO reporter is getting more tweets from about LotRO than me, because that's what I see him on my account and then tweet him on there. But
perfect.
Anyway, speaking of, but first you want to tell us about our awesome sponsors.
That's right, Cari. If you're looking for a new PC,
oh, believe me, I would love to, but I can't.
then you should check out doghousesystems.com and use the coupon code MMOReporter to get a free 120 gigabyte style solid state drive in addition to the 1 terabyte drive that comes with the system. And if you want to learn how to use your computer, you can go to audibletrial.com/MMOReporter and get an audiobook for free.
Cool. I like audiobooks. I was listening to one the other day that I had gotten on Audible, but it's a very boring subject that nobody wants to hear about. So,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Time management?
Oh, why don't you talk about the contact information?
All right, I will do that. You can email us at lotro.reporter@gmail.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at LotRoReporter. Check us out on Facebook. Just search for LotRo Reporter. You can also leave us a voicemail at 616-666-6778. You can check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/user/MMOReporterNetwork. Be sure to check out our website at LotRo Reporter. And we did have a comment from 2 shows ago. I believe it was... I want to say it's Lily Rose, congratulated you on attempting going for your GED.
Oh, thank you.
Was very proud of you, and I'm pretty sure it's Lily Rose, but you might want to check the comment yourself.
Well, I'll update them on. Oh, geez, I don't have that link now. There was a site that I really liked, and it's helping me out a lot. I'm ready to go and get my test now, my math test. And this website helped me out a lot. It was a free website. I'm sorry, unfortunately, I don't have it to share with everybody. But I'll dig around and either say it next week or I'll put it in the show notes for this week. But as soon as my YouTube, my personal YouTube account, my channel, as soon as that money comes in for the patrons that are all helping me out, I'm going to be able to pay for my tests starting next month.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yay.
Yeah. And
okay.
You can follow us on...
Sorry.
And you want to be sure to subscribe to us at twitch.tv/MMOReporter, especially now, because then you will know when we go live for Extra Life.
Yes. And
you will want to pop in and out, and because especially late at night, we get super silly.
Yeah, we do.
Were you around? Did you join us for the 1.5-hour hamster ball parade through that town in Wildstar?
Yes. Yes, I was there.
Yeah, we had about everybody who was online and in that area was in our hamster ball parade. We're like, come join us in the hamster ball parade.
Yeah, that was Wildstar, and for whatever reason, all of you guys decided that you were going to make the shortest, smallest little rat people.
That's because he told us to. And mine was pink.
And we went
it
to
was
go
a girl.
level them all up, and then like all of a sudden we had money shooting all of our ears, and Chris is like, "Let's go get our first vehicle, which is a hamster ball." And oh no.
Yeah. Do you have a character in Wildstar, Layanor?
I do have a maxed out character. I don't know what the heck it is.
Okay, because I do not have anything near maxed out.
It was when the game came out, and I was helping out Chris with Wildstar Reporter at the time, so I was just like downing Mountain Dews and hardcore leveling the entire time, and I hit max level, and that was about it.
Okay. All right. Well, my character's a baby character, so we'll have to.
Yeah, we'll be figuring things out for Extra Life. So if you guys want to make a new character or just come in with one that you got, just depending on the game, we'll figure things out. So don't worry about it.
Absolutely. Be sure to check us out. Follow us on Twitter at the Cari Mac. And Layanor, how can they find you on the interwebs?
You can find me everywhere. They can look up Layanor, Layanor, on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr. I always fail at this point. Right here, Google Plus, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually some other accounts that I just found recently. I think Curse.
Oh, okay.
The stuff that I do look at is Google Plus, and Twitter. I look at those the most. And if you guys want to send me an email, send me an email at Layanor@hellokitty.com. That is my email.
That is crazy.
I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, important news. We will not be having a show next week.
That's right. We're already feeling an illness coming down. It's just going to be a very major cold. It's got nothing to do with radiation or Nuka-Cola.
Nope.
None.
Or dog meat or
none at all.
Not at all. No.
So yeah, we will not be broadcasting next week. Sorry.
Yeah, but we will be back the week after, and we are looking at our 300th show being on December 9th.
Nice.
I did the maths. It should be December 9th.
Episode 300. So, holy cow.
300 episode, and I gave the date to Chris, so I'm assuming he's going to attempt to be here. We'll see what we're going. We got 4 more weeks to figure that one out, guys. But
Chris has been extremely busy lately.
Yeah,
I think he got like a promotion or something important, and he hasn't had a lot of time for a few things. So it's going to be kind of rare to see him on LotRO Reporter. Like, it's even rare right now.
yeah, but he said something when I told him the date. So we'll try to do what we can.
All right.
If nothing else, we might do video. Not that you're going to see our mugs, but I have a camera, so live stream anyway. We probably won't do it on the audio. But I would love to hear favorite moments, stories, whatever. Just email us or leave us a voicemail so we can listen to them. You can email us video clips, whatever. We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But 300 episodes is, that's like 50 episodes a year. That's like 4 years of podcasting.
Yeah.
Or 5 years of podcasting. My maths are not good. It cannot be 6 years of podcasting. Is it 6? Hang on, let's 300 divided by 50.
Okay, we'll figure this out.
Yeah, scintillating podcasting here, guys. I know we should be professionals by now.
It's at the end of the show.
300 divided by 50. 6 years of podcasting.
6 years of podcasting. Holy crap.
Yeah, that is 6 years of podcasting, and we've probably done 2.5 or 3 of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. You'd think we'd be better at this. I listen to some of the podcasts. I'm like, you guys are so professional and so awesome.
They were like that before they started.
Well, I mean, I'm listening to one called The Angry Chicken. It's about Hearthstone, and it's a great podcast, but the guy was on the Instance for years. It still is on the Instance. He's been doing that podcasting for years and years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he has like a background in radio. It's like, okay, I can't hold myself up to these guys.
Right, exactly.
But I'm going to tweet about this too. I discovered the most awesome podcast. It's called Fallout Off the Record.
Oh, I think you talked about that last time.
Yeah, they're so cool. And they've got Fallout Off the Record. I haven't listened to, they've got a couple of Elder Scrolls Off the Record, classic Elder Scrolls Off the Record, Dragon Age Off the Record, Warcraft Off the Record. There's a Dota Off the Record too.
Oh.
So it's a gaming network kind of like we are. And yeah, they have some nice production, and they do a lot of like historical stories about background stories, and it's like I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go do that quest now because that sounds like a really neat thing that I missed the first time I played it.
There's somebody that just contacted me about an hour ago about joining another podcast just as a guest to talk about the Secret World. So as soon as I find out the name of that show, I'll let you guys know.
Awesome. Yeah, because Secret World podcasts, they're few and far between. They start and then they just poof.
Well, there's one real good one. I can't remember the name of it because I usually don't listen to stuff about the Secret World. It's a game that I would rather figure out things on my own and be surprised by.
All right.
So it's not one that I just research and, just figure out everything and then just do it. It's something I like to just, when I log in, I like to have something to do and figure out. And it has that every time I log in. So
yeah, I don't mind the Secret World at all, that kind of thing. Now, one thing it's going to be nice is when the hubby gets the computer set up that can run games, we can play the Secret World together.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. He's got to learn his WASD keys.
Tell you what. For the longest time,
with the controller.
For the longest time, I had problems. I hated playing on the computer with every game because I had to learn the WASD keys. And what I ended up doing was I would always push my keyboard all the way to my left so I could have my fingers on the arrow keys. And control everything else with my mouse. What I ended up having to do was I got Fallout 3, and I told myself that I wasn't going to change the buttons at all. That I was going to learn how to play the game because Fallout 3, I really, really wanted to play that game bad. And I was like, okay, I'm going to play this game and just kind of learn. And I could not play the game constantly. My fingers were cramping up. They were getting really sore, and I had to do it in chunks. But because I wanted to play the game so bad, I kept going back to it and learning how to do that. And then it wasn't until I think Minecraft that pretty much cemented it because, it's building and stuff like that. But it's you get really used to it because it's simple. The game is simple itself. And you can go kind of slow and learn things as you go. And I've actually taught people how to play with the WASD keys with Minecraft.
Okay. He's not interested in Minecraft. He looks at what...
None of the other people were either.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks at what Psycho Yoda has done. That's his cousin. And he's like impressed at the amazingness of what it is. But it's like, why? He doesn't get it. Yeah, and we're not. I don't know. We're not super action. I showed him Bloodborne because I think you recommended that one, and then I was watching the play. I'm like, no, that's too much moving around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he wants to take his fingers off the WASD keys to reach up and touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instead of rolling his hand. So yeah.
I don't do that. I actually click on the skills instead of touching the keyboard or rolling my hand up there. I actually don't do that. That's something I should do, but I don't.
Yeah, I make sure the first three buttons I have are the buttons I need the most, because I'm not going to reach 4, 5, 6 real well, but 1, 2, 3 I can get real easy.
On some action games, I actually do a double setup, or triple, as some people could call it. I set up a controller, and I use the D-pad on the controller for movement, and then I use my mouse for pretty much everything else. And so I play with a controller in one hand, my left hand, and a mouse on the right hand. And then if I need to do menus and stuff like that, I just use the keyboard for that.
Okay.
But it just kind of depends on the game that you're playing.
Okay.
So that's just things to kind of get you broken into PC gaming a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty. Well, this sounds like a show. What do you think?
It sure does.
Oh boy. All right, guys. We will talk to you guys in 2 weeks. I promise to get some LotRO playing in and not be completely Fallout 4 playing. I promise. And as always, we do hope to see you in game.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOreporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOreporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.